Wangapi wenu wanajivunia kuwa wa Kenya? Kama unajivunia kuwa Mkenya, kuna dance moja tu tutafanya. Hivi tu, hivi tu, hivi tu, hivi tu. Dance moja tu. Hivi tu, hivi tu, hivi tu, hivi tu.
Jivunia
Dandora
LOV
Swati Bande Dandora
LOV Dandora. Ladies and gentlemen, would like to acknowledge the presence of our candidate for the governor's seat for Nairobi, Mr. Jimnah Mbaru, who is at Makofi kwa Jimnah.
Unaweza. Thank you very much indeed. And let me say this, with all uncertainty, there is no way we can deal with the problems of this county without determination, without a lot of handwork, and then without the support of all of us. This is the beginning of a long journey to solve these problems. There is a Chinese saying, the longest journey, or a journey of 1,000 miles, starts with the first step. The journey towards elimination of urban poverty, poverty in this county, unemployment in this county for youth, the problems of single mothers will start today. This is the first step we are making. Let me analyze 3 things about the agenda to deal with this problem of poverty in this county. This county, under my governorship, will start with the first thing called the doubling of the economy of Nairobi. And we shall double this economy in the first 5 years. And I want to emphasize, I'm not a politician. Therefore, I think in terms of action, in terms of results, in terms of the promises and achievement. There are 4 pillars of doubling the economy of Nairobi. The first pillar is creating the 24-hour economy. I have talked about doubling the economy of Nairobi, but the 24-hour economy will be a cornerstone of this doubling of the economy. Let me give you another example. We have roads in the city center. During the day, they are very busy with motor vehicles, etc., etc. At night, they are closed, they are empty, there are only watchmen patrolling them. If we decide that we shall use all of those roads at night, we open them, and then the hawkers, the small business people, can use those roads at night. A lot of the problems we have of unemployment and the business opportunities would be solved. The second pillar is creating new markets, soko mpya, in this county, so that akina mama and the other people will get the opportunities to go and trade in those markets. This nation and this county, we want it to be a county of traders, a county of business people, a county where the private sector will thrive and provide the jobs and opportunities. The third pillar is building 500,000 houses. When the county government is well organized and when the finances are well managed, we can issue what we call municipal bonds. We can raise the money through Nairobi Stock Exchange. And you know I have experience in that area. The Kenya government today is raising money for development purposes through the Nairobi Stock Exchange. It is issuing long-dated bonds to finance roads and infrastructure, including other activities. This is a discussion I've been having with the World Bank, African Development Bank, and African Finance Corporation. And they have said they will now come forward and fund the housing in this country. That now we know where the land will come from and where the money will come from. We may ask ourselves, where shall we start and who will be the first beneficiaries of some of these developments. The county government, when you double the economy of Nairobi, will maybe also double its staff in the county. The people working in the city hall will more than double when we double the economy, because a lot of activities also will double, and therefore naturally a lot of employment will also be created. The city council, I see it, doubling its workforce. And when we build these houses, we must also start with the government of the county. We shall house the county government workers as a starting point. We shall also look at the police people in this country. This county does not have enough police, and I'll talk about it, but we must also look at the ways of housing them. And this program will benefit the police force and the security people again. We want businesses trading within the continent to be based here. We want the banking system to be based here. We want those who are having children, the people living in the other countries, if they want to send their children here, they can come here. We are talking about building a hub in Nairobi, and we create what we call Africa's business capital. And the most important thing we must think about is the security of people, of property, and lives. Let me outline 3 points of how we'll deal with it. The first point is that we shall have what we call aggressive policing. Eventually, we shall have our own police force called the Metropolitan Police. And it will be well paid, it will be well housed, and it will be taken well care of. The second is community policing. This one is very important because once the community starts policing themselves, it becomes very important. And the community policing will also be funded by the county government. The final approach to security of this country is a concept we are going to call voluntarism in policing. Voluntarism in policing. When they do that for about 2 years, when the vacancies exist in the police force, they will be the first one to fill these positions. That is the thrust of policing and creating a secure nation. You cannot build a 24-hour economy, you cannot create Africa's business capital without thinking of security for these people. What we are doing, we are going to lay the foundations of a modern county. And let me say this, we have in mind the youth and the women. The youth will create a fund for you because capital is very important. The women, we shall create a fund for Nairobi Women Fund. We have created 2 funds, 1 billion each for women and the youth. Na mimi nataka kumwambia hivi, I am prepared for the job. Na mimi nataka kusema hivi, silaha yetu na silaha yenu, mkiwa mnanipenda, mkiwa mnataka nifanye hii kazi, na mimi najua mnataka nifanye hiyo kazi, kesho au jioni muende mchukue voters card. Kwa sababu hamuwezi kunichagua bila voters card. This is your weapon. Hii ni ngo yenu, na ni lazima muitumie vizuri, ni silaha mzuri, na ni lazima muitumie kwa kuchagua kiongozi mnaipenda. Ya pili, nyinyi mnajua mimi nasimama na chama cha TNA. Hata mkiangalia hapa mnaona mimi nasimama na chama cha TNA. Mimi nataka kila mtu achukue kadi ya TNA na mjitokeze kwa wingi. Tariki 7 Januari muninominate nikapiganie hii kiti kama mlivyosema. Tuko pamoja. Tuko pamoja. Haya mwisho na hii ni ya mwisho kabisa. Mimi nataka kuomba kura zenu. Nataka kumuuliza, mtanipatia hizo kura? Mtanipatia? Nionyesheni kwa mikono. Nionyesheni kwa mikono. Asante sana. What we have promised, ladies and gentlemen, consider it done. Consider it Done. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. God bless. Mungu ambariki. Mungu ambariki taifa letu la Kenya. Mungu ambariki Nairobi. Asanteni sana. Kwaherini.
Nidoka mbere yaku mwathani ngenda tulikanire nawe atia nadoka ndina mabataro maria ndirenda we uhingirie Ngai wakwa ndunyihanyi peperusha mikono sema maya nĩ mabataro makwa hingiria Ngai wakwa ndunyihanyi igũrũ na thĩ nĩ nene mũno na waciũmbire na kiugo kĩmwe atĩ mabataro makwa ti kĩndũ gweta kiugo kĩmwe nyone wega Ngai wakwa ndunyihanyi peperusha bendera ya Jimnah maya nĩ mabataro makwa Higeria Ngai wakwa ndunyihanyi irio njega nyonaga ikĩrĩo ona niĩ ngaigua nderirĩria sema kwa nguvu ona niĩ no nyende kũrĩa tacio rĩrĩa ngũrĩa ngauga gorogocwo Ngai wakwa ndunyihanyi peperusha bendera juu maya nĩ mabataro makwa